Alrighty, let's go ahead and do a few things for our core. Go ahead and hug the knees into the chest to start. Breathing into the lower belly. And then exhaling out the tailbone. As you breathe into the lower belly, feel your pelvic floor move towards your ankles. And as you exhale, feel that pelvic floor lift slightly as you still have a jet stream of energy moving out your tailbone. Breathe in, and then consciously breathe out. And opening up that pelvic floor. Now breathe in, open up that pelvic floor, and as you exhale, feel your hip bones move in towards each other. Inhale, release the hip bones, release the pelvic floor. And then exhale, feel your hip bones move in towards each other. Place feet flat on the floor. Continue this. Now inhale out the tailbone, out the pelvic floor. And then exhale, feel that pelvic floor lift and move your hip bones in towards each other. Feel that transverse abdominus. Now it's that muscle when you cough. You can cough if you want to. That's the muscle we're engaging on the end of that exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, pelvic floor lifts slightly, and then feel the hip bones move in, everything engage in that transverse abdominus, lower back is involved here, because that whole muscle is circular around your waist, around your torso. So it's a circular muscle, so it moves out and in, out and in. From here, bring your right leg in, your left leg can be a little bit off the floor, and then change nice and slowly. Feeling that transverse abdominus each time, feeling that circle of support in your waist, in your torso, around the lower back. Inhale, and then exhale, nice and slowly. The slower you go, the more powerful it is. Do a few more rounds. Really allowing your lower back to keep moving towards the floor. Because for most people, the tendency is to let the lower back come off the floor because of the weight of the legs. So as we keep the lower back moving in the direction of the floor, I'm not going to say it has to be touching the floor, but as it moves in the direction of the floor, we are counteracting the force of gravity. So it's giving us a more full experience. And then go ahead and bring the legs in, feet flat on the floor. Take a moment and feel. From here, cross your right ankle over the left, then bring the legs up into a bridge. Down, and just continue to go up and down slowly. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Inhale 5 or 6 counts down, exhale 5 or 6 counts up. This one feels kind of great to open up some of the hips here. For some of you, it may not be very challenging, but you're still getting the work. Again, feeling that support as you exhale, that transverse abdominus moving all the way down to the standing leg. So feeling that condensing support. I'm not gripping, I'm not holding, I'm not bracing. I'm feeling that hydraulic fluid action. Inhale. And as I inhale, that support not protects, but it supports my kidneys, my lungs. Inhale, that fullness allows my lower back ribs, my kidneys, my lungs to gently find the earth. Undo. Change it around. Inhale. And then exhale. And inhale down. Nice and slowly. Exhale. Feel that condensing, and then inhale, support of expansion. So condensing doesn't mean support, expansion doesn't mean support. They both mean support. So just they're both doing it in a different way. So they're both supporting a side of you. So it's not like when I condense, I support. Well, yes, but also the reverse is true. When I expand, I support. So we're not just limiting one action, condensing or expanding, to be that which supports. They both do it. So exhale, feel that condensing, that expansion of support as I come back down, that condensing of support as I go up, and that expansion of support as I come down. And this is just one way. You could probably do it the other way and find support expanding as you go up and condensing as you go down. But this is the way I'm playing today. A couple more. Nice and slowly up and down. And release. Take a moment. Okay, now go back to the up and down with the legs, and now do a sort of an underwater bicycle action here. Keep the fluid, the softness in the chest and shoulders, and now bicycle as if you were a mer person. You know, they have fins. This would be more like this if you were a mer person. So, no, more of an octopus. So feel two of your limbs in octopus land circularly moving through the water. So you're really feeling that fluid element and that connected fluidity of legs, lower back moving in the direction of the floor, feeling that condensing and expanding simultaneously. And then if you want to, now take the legs out to the side, exploring the water element here for our underwater octopus-sing. Make it smaller. You don't want to feel any pain. Just want to feel connection, a fluid connection. If you wanted to add your arms in here, go right ahead. The idea, though, is that lower back stays moving towards the floor. That's our anchor. And then other direction, back to center. When you get fatigued, stop, rest, and then just join back in the party. Or maybe I won't do enough for you to get fatigued. Maybe you'll keep going after I stop. Completely possible. So take a few to the front, then move them back out to the side. Have some nice octopusing arms. So I'm a four-limbed octopus. My other four limbs are imaginary, psychic. And I'm feeling very supported in all of my limbs. And now just play around with a few to the front, a few to the side. And then find your way to close. Now, instead of crossing your right ankle over your left, keep your right leg out a few inches off the floor. And now exhale, bring the hips up and inhale down. So just feel like just gentle condensing and expansion. Condense, I feel whoosh, that's shooting out. Wink. Feel free to point and flex your extended leg here. It helps me find that fluid pump. Plus, there's so many other reasons why it's great to move the feet around. And you can play how you do the feet, okay? So don't have to just do point and flexing. You can do circles. Just move your foot around here, connecting it to the breath. And then come down. One more, extend the left leg. Inhale, exhale, whoosh. And inhale, whoosh, whoosh. Playing around with pointing and flexing. That's what I'm doing right now with my left foot. Feeling my right foot, also that fluidness. And then maybe I'm going to do some Crunching of the toes, some circles of that ankle. Here's where the coordination comes in, like, what am I doing? Have fun with it. You can make up patterns for yourself. And then come down. Rolling over onto your side, forearms to the floor for plank. Inhale. Now feel that volume of my whole torso. Inhale and then exhale, bring it on in. So I'm going to visualize myself like a balloon, opening, closing, opening, closing. Okay. Inhale. 4, 5, or 6, and exhale. Feeling out through my pelvic floor. And then exhale, bringing it on in. Hip bones moving in my mind, they're moving together. Take like 3 or 4 breaths in this with that pattern. And now inhale all the way from bottom to top, so from my heels to my head. And then exhale, head to heels. Toes and heels to head. Up the back of my neck as well, and exhale back down. Take 3 or 4 that direction. And then come down, knees to the floor. Rest in child's pose. Do another round. If that was plenty for you and challenging enough for you, just do that. If you'd like it a little bit more challenging, to plank, you can continue any breath pattern you want. Then lift your right leg up and down and side and down. I'm not really touching the floor here. Up and down, side and down. Again, up and down, side and down. Other leg, left leg up and down, side and down, up and down, side and down. One more round, up and down, side and down. One round breath through the torso, one long breath up and down to finish, and then, child's pose. And coming on up to 4s. Right arm up, slide it through, opening up the shoulders here. Breathe into the torso. All that stuff that we did, feel it moving, grooving, circulating. And stretch your left leg back behind you. Lift it up if you like. That connection that we established with that expanding and that condensing. That breathing through that torso. Bring it back down. Come back to 4s. This time left arm slides up, slide it back under. Feeling kidneys all the way into the bladder. To that pelvic floor inhale. And then exhale, pelvic floor up. Transverse abdominus and hip bones come in. Octopus-sing, even in this particular position. Extend your right leg back if you like. You can lift that right leg if you like. Connecting myself to myself. And then come lower the leg, bend the knee, come back up. And then onto the belly. Bend your right knee. Bring your right heel into your right buttock. Left arm out in front. Keep pressing that right heel into the right, towards the right buttock. Feel that same breath in the torso. Inhale all the way down to the pelvic floor. Exhale, bring it on in, condense it in. Let it be a fluid, pumping, active, alive breath. Activating the fluids, feeling that whoosh, whoosh, fluid circulation. A couple more breaths here. And after you've really established that breathing pattern, then inhale, bring it up into half bow. Exhale. If you want to swing that left arm back around and grab both your right foot with both hands, go right ahead. If you'd like to release your right arm from your right foot and just do crossbow. And come down, little crocodile pose. And the feet back together. Right arm out in front this time. Left heel towards left buttock. Breathing here, pelvic floor out and about. Exhale, pelvic floor lifts. Feel transverse abdominus, that whoosh, squeeze, condensing inside. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, condensing. That fluid pump. And then inhale, lift. Exhale. I'm still feeling that fluid pump. I'm not holding a static position. I'm really feeling my fluids. I'm still underwater here in a good way. If you want to swing your right arm back around, hold your left foot with both hands. My ring's kind of in my way there. Not so great. Well, it's still there, but I'll just release my left hand anyway. For crossbow, if that's your thing. Feel that freedom. I'm not jamming my kidneys here. I'm feeling the breath in my lower back ribs, my kidneys, my bladder, uterus, prostate. And then come back down into crocodile. And release, come back into child's pose. Come to standing. Little agni sara to finish. Inhale, exhale all the air out. Draw the abdomen up. A few uddiyana bandha to warm up. Inhale, exhale, draw the abdomen up. 2 more of those. Inhale, exhale, and draw the abdomen up. 1 more. Inhale, exhale, draw the abdomen up. Come up and take a moment. Shake it out if you want. I do want, hence I am shaking it out. That's great. And now we'll do agni sara, which is more of a whoosh, that condensing. So inhale. And now exhale, instead of exhaling all the air out and then drawing the abdomen up, as you exhale, you're going to go from that pelvic floor up into that transverse abdominis. So inhale, expand, and exhale, whoosh, condensing up and in. As you inhale, it's that fluid force out. And as you exhale, whoosh, bringing it up and in, okay? On your own, play with that. Inhale, and exhale. After you've exhaled and condense it in like that, then you can play around with moving the abdomen around for more of the Uddiyana Bandha-esque. I'll show one to the side here, see if this helps. Inhale. Now I'm going to exhale, condense it. And now that all the air is out of my body, except for the amount I'm using to talk, now I'm going to play around. Then inhale. Exhale. Let it take you where you're going to let it go. You can take it side to side. It can be undulating through the spine. Feel that energy, that fluid, that fluid factor in your body. Take a few more, just play around with Agni Sara a little bit more here. Inhale. Finally, inhale. Come to standing. Take a moment and feel. Feel yourself rooted. Feel yourself standing on your own 2 feet. That connection between your feet, your ankles, your knees, your thighs, your hips, your legs, all of your legs, into your pelvis, into that clear pelvic floor, that fluid support moving up through the front of your body, down the back of your body. Feel the kidneys, the lower back ribs, giving you a place to take a step back or to fall back into support. If you're feeling like you're too out there in the front in your day, this way I know I can find balance if I'm too forward. Just like that bladder, the legs will take me forward, they'll take me where I want to go. So feel that sense. Maybe just start to take some steps here till eventually you're ready to just step off your mat, step into your day, have some fun. Thank you so much. Thanks for stepping out with me today. It's been really fun. Let's do it again. Namaste.